In this section, we will see the feed-forward neural network. So, the feed-forward neural network is also called as the deep feed-forward neural network. So, the both concepts are same. So, deep feed-forward neural network, also called as feed-forward neural network or multi-layer perceptron. It is also called as the multi-layer perceptrons are the quintessential deep learning models. So, we can say that the feed-forward neural network is an artificial neural network where the connections are between the nodes and they do not form any type of cycle. Rather, they are using step by step mode where the input, hidden, and output layers are there. The goal of feed forward network is to approximate the function f star. Now, the feed forward neural network is the first and simple type of artificial neural network actually. In this, the information moves in the forward format, means it is going into only one particular direction, that is into the forward direction through the hidden nodes to the output nodes. So where the goal is to approximate the function f star, means for example for the classifier y is equal to f star x maps the input x to the category y. So the feed forward network defines the mapping y is equal to f of x theta and learns the value of the parameters theta which result in the best function approximation. Means this is a simple kind of neural network where we are trying to calculate the weight of each node and we are trying to approximate the particular function f star, and we are trying to learn the value so that we can get the best function approximation. They are very much capable of having separable and inseparable pattern both. So it consists of the multiple layers of computational units, and every continuous function maps the intervals of real numbers to the output interval of real numbers, and then they are uh, worked in the format where we are having the various types of sigmoidal function, we can say. So according to that, they used to work so that the weights are adjusted properly, and the general method for this is generally optimization. So in this optimization, which is also called as gradient descent, the network calculates the function with respect to the weights and the changes the weights such that the error decreases, so that we can have the approximate sum function f star. So the deep feed forwarded networks are also called as feed forward network or multi layer perceptron, as I said, and the goal, as we say, is nothing but approximating the functions. So they are generally called as recurrent neural network. Why? Because there are the connections in which outputs of the models are itself, they are not again fed back to a particular input node. Rather, they are moving in the feed forward network. In if it is feedback, then the output is coming again as input to the some layer, but it is flowing, the information is flowing in only one direction. That's why they are called as the feed forward networks. And the inspiration behind these types of networks are nothing but our normal brains. So generally, to overcome the problem of non-linearity, the feed-forward neural networks are used. So the multi-layer perceptrons, which are also called as the feed-forward networks, uses the network of perceptrons where we are trying to learn to solve the problems. Like we are having the inputs to the network that are nothing but the raw pixel data. Means suppose we are taking if the example of handwritten image of a digit, then we are trying to learn the weights and the biases so that we can have the output from the correctly classified digit, where we are trying to approximate the function, and because of the feed forward network we will have the exact approximate function so that we can have the perfect accurate module with less error. That is the main thing which gives us from this particular feed forward network. So this is all about the feed forward and deep feed forward network. In our next section we will see limitation of neuron, because neuron plays the important role. So we should know what is the limitation of neuron. As we have seen the various characteristics and advantages, now we will see limitation of neuron in our next section. Thank you.